There's only one Delaware Park, the greatest one. Delaware Park, tradition lives on, excitement second to none. There's only one Delaware.
Away and running. Good smooth start for Mini Spitester today. Outside pace pressure from Secret Zipper. There's the rail speed of Wesley Thomas. And Free Drop Bach in the pink cap is also right there too. And those are the first floor. And they fly down the back of the track. Down Patrick gets a hot pace to chase over Horseshoe Patsy on debut. And Hot on Your Hills is last of all. They're stacked four across the track. But Wesley Thomas sees an opening and takes the lead at the 3 furlong pole. And Wesley Thomas leads, but the lead's only half a length. Secret Zipper right there raising the stakes in second. Free Drop Box still on hold in third. As Mini Spitester drops away and passed on the outside by Down Patrick. Around the bend with a quarter to go. Here's Secret Zipper to confront Wesley Thomas at the top of the stretch. And these two trade jabs inside the 3/16 pole. Wesley Thomas still holding on, but it's a nose at best. Secret Zipper right there in for the fight, and these two go toe to toe at the 16th pole. Wesley Thomas unwavering. Secret Zipper counters. Secret Zipper has the momentum. Secret Zipper the favorites home to beat Wesley Thomas, Free Drop Bach, and Mini Spitester. Away and running. Great speed today from Leah of Little Faith, but Practical Way is hustled to take over the leading role, and Euler came away third, but a little wide. Even wider than that is the Bearish One. Up the inside is Midnight Strikes. Second last is Dare Devite, and Boca Guy now lands a share of that third place joint position. Around the first turn they go, past the 6.5, and Practical Way in those fluorescent silks shows the way by one dwindling length. Leah of Little Faith takes up the chase in second, and Oilers wide, but now has third outright. Up the inside, Midnight Strikes is right there, and Dare Defeat is ready to punch on through, and Boca Guy's three wide for the backstretch run. And the Bearish One continues to lag along at the back of the pack, but only 4.5 lengths would cover tip to tail as they race down to the 4 furlong pole. Leah of Little Faith senses a slower pace and takes a crack at Practical Way, but Practical Way draws a line in the sand for Leah of Little Faith to pass. Under a ride comes Euler in third. Midnight Strikes has stayed at that rail to no avail. Dropping the last was Dare Devite, and passed in tandem by the Bearish One and Boca Guy. 5/16 out from the winning line, and Practical Way has made every pole a winning one and leads by 1.5 lengths. Leah of Little Faith comes under a ride. Midnight Strikes his ground, saving Oilers deep as they turn in, and Practical Way is making short work of the opposition today. A good battle for second between Leah of Little Faith, Midnight Strikes, and Euler deep on the track, but Practical Way came out of his corner swinging today and could not be caught. Practical Way has won it. Leah of Little Faith was second, Midnight Strikes third, and Euler finished fourth. Away and running. Good speed one from the inside from Lady Prospect today. This one is headed by Mucho Tigger on the outside, and Bold Baby's mixing it up too, and Amarati's in the thick of it in that fourth place position. And they fly through the opening furlong, and just the thing is a late night fifth. A little slow to go is Little Crybaby soon after the start and gets a pop of the crop, and Late Night Lizzie trails far behind. 4 furlongs out, and Mucho Tigger comes away with the lead, and the lead is won past the 3.5 furlong point. Bold Baby is on the hunt in that second place position, and Lady Prospect backpedals the third and needs to find the second wind here. Amarati's the distant fourth, and just the thing tries to pass that rival. There's a quarter to go, and the second choice on the wagering board, Mucho Tigger, has this field something to think about with a 4-length lead. Bold Baby's the only threat right now in second. Up the fence is Lady Prospect. In between rivals, just the thing. Little Crybaby's getting on track for a board placement. There's a furlong to go. Mucho Tigger still giving plenty. Bold Baby trying to hold on for second. Late Night Lizzie closing from absolutely out of nowhere. But at 3-1, Mucho Tigger's home to beat Bold Baby, Late Night Lizzie, and then came just the thing. Away and running. It was a good even start. 6 Whips wins the break, but for how much longer as Bayou Shack takes the lead and takes the lead with ease. Touchdown Montage came away to claim that joint second position, and Super Rocker tossed ahead at the start, but is right there 4 deep as they go behind the half mile pole. Spritzer is second last, and Bright Forecast is last of all. It's 4 of them battling for the lead as they circle left, and Bayou Sack leads the charge by a long neck. 6 Whips is right there, breathing down that rival's neck in second. Super Rocker claims third. Touchdown Montage not responding. Whips out on Spritzer, and Bright Forecast last of all. Past the quarter pole they go, and 6 Whips now inherits the lead as they kick for home. Bayou Shack is right there running a tough race today, and Bayou Shack is resolute and hasn't waved the white flag yet. 6 Whips is in for the fight. Here comes a late charge from Super Rocker, who's closing in. A 16th to go. Bayou Shack's almost home. 6 Whips with a final surge to take the lead. 6 Whips has won it over Bayou Shack, Super Rocker, and Bright Forecast. Away and running. Great speed from Matching Energy today, the one that was reluctant to load. Take the Cookies is right there too, but Free Charging is right there in the box seat today as they round this first turn. Up the inside, Big Bolt came away in fourth, and Still Temper passes that rival. And now Pure Magic Girl is a settled sixth. Bernadette is wide on the track, and Power Squeeze has already got shoved upon near the backfield. Salty Girl has one beaten, and Victoria's Dancers at the back of the pack. So Matching Energy controls this affair today down to the 5.5 furlong point. A little headstrong too, but shows the way 3/4 of a length. Take the Cookies, gliding over the rain-affected dirt in that second place position, and Still Tempers in a sweet spot today, tracking in third. Free Charging is right there in a position to challenge in fourth, and Big Bolt's a ground-saving fifth. Bernadette starting to pick him off one by one. Victoria's Dancer teams up with Power Squeeze, who has to do a lot better than that. Salty Girl still has one beaten, and Pure Magic Girl is out the back. So Matching Energy leads the charge past the 3 furlong pole with a 1 length lead to hold. Here comes Free Charging with all kinds of momentum, but is blocked for a run. Deep on the track is Still Temper, and now Power Squeeze finds that second wind, and Power Squeeze with a swoop to the front. They kick off the turn and race for home, and Power Squeeze was shoved upon in the back of the track, trying to press past Matching Energy and these two to settle the score. Power Squeeze with a long neck in front. Matching Energy trying to test this rival to the 16th pole, but at 3-1, the main track goalie Power Squeeze will be second to none. Matching Energy was second, Still Temper was third, and Free Charging was fourth. Away and running. Good, smooth, even start. Insouciant was fast off the block. Shake It, baby's right there. And Chublin goes calling for the lead and crosses in front of everyone else. Spirited Ride came away in that fourth place position, and Eden Gigi is right there too, as Eden's Gigi now shares fourth with Spirited Ride. Grace Reformed came away in mid-flight along with Bootsie's Below and Catalina Cruisin', and Elopers last of all. Around the far turn they race, and Chublin makes play. The lead's 1.5 lengths, tracked intently by Insouciant on the outside, and Shake It Baby scrapes paint. Spirited Ride comes under a ride in that fourth place position. Eden's Gigi slowly pops near to the backfield as Bootsy Malone and Grace Reform tries to close in as they race for home. Chublin is the one they gotta catch in the final 3/16 of a mile and has a sizable lead. Spirited Ride closing sweetly into second, giving no more is Shake It Baby, and late on the scene is Grace Reform with yards to the finish. Chublin has scored first at 2-1. Spirited Ride was second, Grace Reform third, and Shake It Baby was fourth. They're all in line. Away and running. Stumbling start for Officer Country. Good speed today from Marvin. Teaming up with Joe Phillips in the early mix. And Marvin is also right there too. So up and around the first turn they go. Passing the 7 furlong pole, and Marvin shows the way, and it's by a length and a half. Tracking in second is Offshore Fair, and Joe Phillips is right there riding that rail. Colonel Moorhead came away to be in a joint third position now, and there's a gap of 4. Back to Dreamliner in that 5th place spot. Up the inside is Rock Solid Golfer. Second last is Mount Travers, and not enjoying this at all today is Officer Country. Down to the 5 furlong pole they go, and Marvin is the leader today. Jockey takes a look back to see a half-length lead, and Offshore Fair is now only a neck away in second, and those two trade jabs with 4 furlongs left to go. Colonel Moorhead spots the leader's one authoritative length, and now Joe Phillips comes under a very stern ride and not responding. Dreamliner gets shaken up. Mount Travers tries to peck off that rival as Mount Travers is 3 wide but advancing. Now Officer Country's picked up momentum, and Rock Solid Golfer has dropped to the tail. Still a 3-pronged battle ensuing. Offshore Fair winning the battle over Marvin, dealing with Colonel Moorhead, and late on the scene is Mount Travers. They're off the turn, they race for home. Deep on the course is Colonel Moorhead calling for the lead. Offshore Fair is right there battling on, and these two test each other in the final desperate furlong. Colonel Moorhead drifting out but has a nose in front. Offshore Fair kicks right back at 7-5, and Offshore Fair refused to lose to beat Colonel Moorhead, Marvin, and Mount Travers. Ready for the start. Away and running. Good speed today from Beach House. Deep on the course, Salsarita's right there too. And so is Cup of Life, who emerges in that 3rd place position. Moon Me Again rides that rail, and Kirby's now tapping on the brakes, soon to be passed by Rosie Apple. And trailing at the back of the pack is Playera, but only 4 lengths would cover tip to tail. And the battle is on between Salsarita and Beach House, and those two are in step with 4 furlongs to go. Cup of Life also joins the party on the front, and Rosie Apple is right there in the thick of it too. Moon Me Again has a charmed run up the fence. Kirby's right there trying to get closer, and Playera hasn't moved a muscle yet. Midpoint around the one and only turn. Beach House calls the shots as that quarter pole looms. Moon Me Again is crying out for room. Rosie Apple's deep on the track, and Playera is even wider than that. This is up for grabs as they turn for home, and Moon Me Again with a dream trip today hits the front. Kirby's running a big race today, and Playera is motoring home too. One more desperate furlong to go, and Kirby's trying to hit the lead. Moon Me Again has no more to give. Kirby's gonna get it. Kirby is home at 25-1. There's a place photo between Play Era and Moon Me again. Rosie Apple was fourth.